As a way to mark the bicentennial of the War of 1812 and Laura Secord's historic walk, she is being honored today not once but twice for her bravery.
Canada Post and the Royal Canadian Mint unveiled the new Laura Secord stamp and coin, and Laura Secord is one of the 4 heroes that is being recognized by the Government of Canada, along with Isaac Brock, Tecumseh, and de Salaberry. And it was a great honor that Laura Secord is included in these wonderful projects, and will be a constant reminder to people when they pull out a quarter to remember the person, the woman who went the extra mile 200 years ago and helped to define this country.
Can you tell me why Canada Post decided to issue the Laura Secord stamp?
Well, it's the 200th anniversary of Laura Secord's famous walk, and certainly it's our pleasure to recognize important Canadian events in history. And it doesn't get much more iconic than Laura Secord, so that's one of the reasons why we came up with the stamp today.
Can you tell me a little bit about the stamp, why you chose the images that you did?
The artist who was selected to do the image, it's open to our artist's interpretation. And I think that she came up with an image which is perhaps realistic, a little bit more realistic than some other images of Miss Secord in the past. It certainly does reflect the heroism, what she had to go through 200 years ago. Not only running through the woods to fend off, the American troops, animals that were present at that time. It was just an absolutely amazing activity to take place at that time.
Can you tell me why the Canadian Mint decided to issue a Laura Secord quarter?
Well, the Royal Canadian Mint always tries to honor Canadian history, traditions, and values. And when the War of 1812 was coming up as an anniversary, we decided to look for the heroes that should be celebrated in our coinage. And Laura Secord was certainly one of the top ones. And we decided to put her as the last one we did so that we could do it here during the summertime in this beautiful historic site.
And where did this design originate from?
Well, the Royal Canadian Mint does have designers in-house, but often on special occasions we get other artists to do it. So we retained an artist to design the coin, and in association with the War Museum, they collaborated and came up with what I think is an absolutely fabulous design.
And all of this recognition, how is it important to your family?
As a descendant, I think it made me look around to see what was being done for her to commemorate this historic anniversary. And but I think it's more about just Laura Secord and being inspired by who she was. She was a strong woman and a determined woman, and I think it was just the story, her story, the wonderful story of Laura Secord that really inspired me and our group. A tremendous group of the Friends of Laura Secord came together just over 2 years ago with a plan to ensure that Laura Secord was commemorated appropriately on this anniversary. So it was more than a family connection. It was a respect for a great Canadian heroine.
The Laura Secord commemorative stamps and coins are now in circulation. In Queenston, reporting for The Source, I'm Rebecca Brown.